you a songwriter? Are you looking to turn your songwriting passion into a full-time gig? Whether you are just at the start of your songwriting journey or a seasoned industry professional, this show is made for you. Welcome to The Songwriter Show, bringing together songwriting news, interviews, and community. Now, welcome your host, Sarantos.
Hello again, and welcome back to The Songwriter Show right here on Reality Radio 101. I'm Sarantos, your humble host and fellow songwriter with a passion for crafting stories through music. As someone who's been writing lyrics for as long as I can remember, I know how special every song is and how it holds its own unique story. That's what brings us here together every single Tuesday evening to celebrate these voices behind the music we all love. Tonight, I'm so excited to have on the show Nathan Scott. He's a Canadian-born singer-songwriter who grew up in Huntington Beach, California, before moving to Canada at the age of 8. Inspired by classic artists like Johnny Cash, Bruce Springsteen, and Kings of Leon, he blends timeless rock influences with modern storytelling. His music reflects personal experiences, growth, and finding meaning through life's highs and lows.
And now, welcome this week's special guest.
Welcome to the show. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I read Canadian-based, and I got to tell you, I have a special place in my heart for Canadian songwriters and Nashville. Those are like two, pretty consistently, the two coolest groups of people I love interviewing on the show because they always seem, for lack of a better word, cool.
Yeah, I 100%. Yeah, I mean, Toronto people kind of bad rep in some places, good rep in other, still friendly though.
Yeah.
But definitely still some of the coolest people I've ever met. I mean, all my buddies that are all musicians are all met through really Toronto-based people, Hamilton-based people as well, which I'm mainly based in Hamilton. For all the people that don't really understand or just don't really know the Toronto area, Hamilton is kind of one of the other main cities around Toronto, but a lot of the bigger music parts definitely do happen in Toronto, I'd have to say.
You grew up in Huntington Beach, then you moved to Canada. How'd that influence your music? That's got to be a unique blend.
Yeah, definitely big difference of pace there. You went from the beaches to a lot more forest, or I guess Lake Ontario over here. But the main difference in the music is I grew up with a lot of Jack Johnson, Beach Boys, and all that good stuff, with my grandpa really being my main influence of music. Went from that to being more with my mom and my stepdad, a lot more country music and a lot more 80s, 90s rock and all that good stuff. So I went from listening to, Beach Boys and to the harmonies of them to more of the thunderous guitar of Johnny Cash and Alan Jackson and all that good stuff. So main thing I'd have to say the difference was just genre based.
How old were you when you started playing, and what's your main instrument?
So, I mean, it really depends on what you're going to count as being playing. I want to say like 4 years old, and I had a little drum kit in my room in Huntington Beach, California, and I annoyed everyone in my house with that thing. And that was really the main instrument I started out with. But the biggest thing I'd say I play is definitely my guitars. I grew up playing guitar starting at around the back half of elementary school. And going into COVID, I really started focusing on guitar and started getting, more electrics and more acoustics, and started to just play around, see what I can do. And it all just kind of happened in one place. And it used to be my own safe space and my own little place during COVID to just sit down and hang out, jam out by myself. And if I wasn't doing that, I'd be playing video games. So I think my parents were also on the same side of let's get this kid playing guitar rather than just wasting away the day.
What inspired you to start releasing music as Nathan Scott?
So Nathan Scott isn't my real name. It's my first name and my middle name. And I didn't want to do that just because I have a plethora of last names just to honor different sides of my family. But the biggest thing that created Nathan Scott, I would have to say, is my best friends in college. I would not be doing any of this if it wasn't for them at all. I wasn't supposed to bring my guitar to college at all. It was the first year of university or college, and I asked my roommate before the school year started, hey, should I bring my old acoustic guitar? And I haven't played this thing in months, and I kind of lost that connection to music for a year before college. And he just said, why not? There's no reason not to. You can always bring it home. And I agreed. So I brought it there, and first night I made all my friends and they saw the guitar and they wanted me to play, and I started playing and they asked me if I could sing, and I hadn't sang in 2.5 years, nor performed in front of anyone for multiple years. So I was a little rusty, but they heard me and they believed in me, and they just really told me to pursue something. And I didn't really believe in myself, but the people around me did. So I gave it a shot and it worked. It really just kind of stuck with everyone. And they're probably my biggest supporters other than my family. So nothing would be really happening without them. And the biggest thing that also gave me a little bit of a jump start was playing at the local college bar. It was kind of one of those, I don't really care who's here. Everyone's going to forget if it was bad anyways. So kind of just a shot in the dark, and it stuck and everyone loved it. Got a little standing ovation at the end of it, and I loved it. So that adrenaline and rush of playing for people.
Tell us about some of your biggest musical influences.
Biggest ones right now, it really changes from who I've been listening to recently, but the ones that really got me started were Johnny Cash, Bruce Springsteen, Kings of Leon, Zach Bryan was a big one as well. A lot of your big country stars, but right now and recently with what I'm writing currently is probably Jack Johnson is my biggest one, kind of trying to go back to my roots of California and that West Coast. And Jack Johnson, the Beach Boys are my main writing style that I'm trying to get in. But the past 3 releases, well, the 2 releases with the new one coming out, biggest one was Zach Bryan and Johnny Cash for sure.
What stories or experiences inspire your own songwriting?
The first 2, including with the new one that's going to be coming out now, so 3, were all based around a breakup that I went through my first year of college. And it kind of put me in like a really bad funk to where I kind of didn't know where to go from there. And I'm a religious man, so I kind of just turned my faith into some music and just really wrote down what was going through my mind. And the biggest thing was feeling lost. So I wanted to hopefully connect to some other people and just put my thoughts down of where do I go from here and who can really help me. And the biggest thing I could really just turn to was the ones around me and my faith.
Tell us about your songwriting process specifically in terms of any instruments or any melodies or how you kind of do it.
So my first song, I was sat down at my dorm room table and I had my guitar in my lap and my laptop right in front of me, and I couldn't write a song for 5 years, so I didn't know how to really do it personally, but it all really just came from playing my guitar, creating a little chord progression and liking it, and then writing out just how I was feeling and what was on my mind that day, and everything that was around me, kind of take in what was around me. And some of my lyrics will kind of tell you what was happening that day or that month or that week and just how it affected me and how it made me feel. The biggest thing I'd say is write down the music first, write the chords, write any solos or anything like that, and then put words on top of it.
Tell us about the song we're going to hear in a few minutes. What inspired this one?
The song we're going to hear is called Almost Fine. It was written between a period of trying to be okay around me and my friends and telling myself that I was okay and everything was over and nothing was dragging me down anymore. But the back half of the mind kind of just was telling me it's still kind of there and it still hurts and it's still a fresh wound. And it's a song to kind of tell people it's going to be okay by the end of it. And it's okay to not know where you are with losing someone or being the ending of a relationship. So look up and kind of look at the mountain and just know that you already made it this far. You can get to the top.
All right, man, let's take a listen and we'll come back and talk. Okay.
Perfect.
All right, everybody check this out. Here we go.
And that was really good. So same thing.
I've been waking up slowly these days, letting the sunshine on my face. Some days hurt, some feel okay. I'm not crying like I used to, and I ain't laughing like I told me to. Somewhere stuck between the old and new, trying to find a version of me that's true. And I'm almost healing,
That was a very cool song. Do you get nervous at all before a performance or competition or anything that you're doing?
Yeah, definitely. I grew up playing sports, so nerves were always there. And I believe that kind of also helps me with performing music and everything like that, kind of just knowing what works for me. Me and my buddies have a little tradition where we'll all get along. And before, since it was at the college bars, would be a dorm room. Now that I'm playing at different places, it's more so in my bedroom or at the house before we all leave. And it's myself, I say a prayer for myself, and then everyone around me kind of just get me hyped up, get the nerves out. We all will have a drink or something like that, and we'll just, everyone knows it's going to go okay except for me. I'm the only one with really the pressure on me, and everyone's kind of just around me saying it's going to be okay, all's going to go well, you've done this a million times, what's another one? And we all just get riled up and then run out right onto stage.
What skills or personal attributes do you believe are most important to being successful in the world of music?
I mean, creativity is going to be your first one. You can't do anything without being creative. I mean, with AI, technically you can, but to say something that's truly yours and to sing something and create something that's right in front of you, I'm just going to say creativity with persistent, or just being really just overall ready to fail, even being able to know that, some things might not work out. Some things are going to suck. You're going to write music that sucks in the beginning. You're going to write music that sucks by the time you're done writing music. You know what I mean? You can be a professional and people are still not going to like the music that you wrote, and it's going to suck to them, but it could be really good to you. So that's knowing that you're going to fail is a big part of it for me. And I think another one is just write music for yourself. Don't care what other people think, and to have a skill to not really care is a big one, in my opinion. I remember when I first started writing songs, I would ask my buddies so much about, oh, what do you guys think about this? Oh, how does this sound? Do you guys like this? And I started losing the songwriting aspect, and it started catering to my friends more than writing. So really just knowing who you are and deciding who you want to be as a songwriter is probably the biggest skill.
What's the worst career advice you've ever received?
Write a song and it's going to be great. It's not always going to be great. People are going to tell you, oh, write this song, it's going to be amazing. Oh, do this, everything's going to work out. You're going to go straight to the top of the charts. I got there and I released a song, and I kind of just looked at the Spotify and the Apple Music for Artists apps, and I was like, wow, poke it with a stick and come on, go up number. And
go up from 1, and then it goes up to 2. And that's your mom and your grandma or something.
Yeah, the worst part is that you're that one that listened to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the worst advice I could say, or even just give to someone, is expect everything to come to you at the beginning. And I mean, there was a little bit of ignorance in me that believed that that could have happened, and that the one-hit wonder was going to come around and all that. But they call it a one-hit wonder for a reason, because everyone wonders why it actually happened. And then the opposite side of it, I was wondering why it didn't happen. And now being like a smaller artist and songwriter and trying to guide my way through the music world, understanding that you're going to have to work for everything and that you're going to have to really put yourself out there, is the rude awakening from that.
Yeah. If you could re-record any song in existence, which one would it be? And would you change anything about that song?
That's an amazing question. Wow. I can give you a joke answer. I can give you a real answer. The joke one would be Don't Fear the Reaper, and it would be more cowbell. And the serious one probably would be Burn, Burn, Burn by Zach Bryan. And I would take that second half of it, or that last corner, which is kind of like a bridge part where he starts yelling a little bit and really showing emotion. I'd add more to that side. I think that part's beautiful, where you start, yelling and letting all the emotion go and showing your true color of what this song really means to you. When he's really just explaining in that song that we all burn, 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 then die, kind of just telling us, live your life the way you want it to be and all that good stuff. I more so would want him to just tell us what does that mean to him and all that good stuff, and really just belt it a little bit more.
Tell us about a musical risk you took that really paid off.
Taking lessons with who is now manager, producer, and best friend, Michael. You've spoken with him before, I believe, on this show. He's an amazing person. The biggest risk I really took was we kind of just said, all right, let's do lessons. And then, hey, do you want to record? Let's go record. Let's do this. And the biggest risk I can really say is releasing music in the first place, putting myself out there, knowing that other people aren't going to like it and knowing that it could be really bad or really good. It was really a gamble. Listening to his advice and just putting everything out there, he gave me some good reassurance, and he's been leading me down the right path, which has been amazing. And I'm beyond grateful for Michael. He's awesome. The biggest risk I can take is doing all of this in the first place.
Absolutely. All right, tell us where people can buy your stuff, stream it, find you online.
So the best place to find me will be my Instagram, because everything is linked to there. I have a link tree embedded in my bio, and I will just say my Instagram right now. It's nathan.scott_music. You're going to see my link tree, and the link tree will have everything from my YouTube, my Spotify, my Apple Music. It will tell you when something's going to be pre-released. It will say where you can get it pre-released, where you can download it, and all that good stuff.
I want to thank you so much for being on the show tonight, man.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, dude. Thank you for everyone tuning in tonight. We appreciate your time. We know it's precious. If you're a songwriter out there with a story to share, I'd love to hear from you. Please head over to songwritershow.com. To all other listeners, I hope this episode has inspired you to keep exploring your own story through music. My name is Sarantos. It's been a pleasure, as always, to have you here on Reality Radio 101. Please join me every single Tuesday evening, and I hope you have an incredible week. I love you all. Thank you.
That scalpel deep into your life as she takes a bite. But what gives her the right to sculpt and shape your mind within lies, while behind those perfect eyes she's slicing through your soul tonight. She's always shining in the summer sun, but the damage is already done. You're falling far from heaven, and your smile was the weapon. Beauty is a knife, and she's the reason why she carves the truth underneath the summer sky. Beauty is a knife, and it makes her feel alive. Beauty is a knife. Beauty is a knife, and she loves to make you cry. She carves her way to your soul, you wanna die. Beauty is a knife, but you make it out alive. But beauty is a knife. True beauty is in the heart. It's the perfect means, not a passing style that fools will always chase. Not too smart, they can't help but fall apart. True beauty never fades, it stays warm inside. Never wears thin or steals the light within. Don't stay her slave, 'cause she's always shining in the summer sun, but the damage is already done. You're falling far from heaven, and her smile was the weapon. Beauty is a knife, and she's the reason why she carves the truth underneath the summer sky. Beauty is a knife, and it makes her feel alive. Beauty is a knife. Beauty is a knife, and she loves to make you cry. She carves her way to your soul, you wanna die. Beauty is a knife, but you make it out alive. Beauty is a knife. As the needles are alive, she's the one love in the mirror. She'll find the truth. She'll realize mistake, but maybe too late. Beauty is a knife, and she's the reason why she carves her truth underneath the summer sky. Beauty is her knife, and it makes her feel alive. Beauty
Thank you for listening to The Songwriter Show. To keep the momentum going, head over to www.songwritershow.com and join our free music community of artists, songwriters, and producers. That's www.songwritershow.com.